Welcome to the Tantra and Yoga podcast. These podcasts are recorded live at Anutara Ashram with Artemis and Bhairav in the Nishka Nation of northern BC, Canada. They bring clarity to some of the fundamental questions by spiritual seekers along the path of awakening.
When emotions arise, say sadness, in self-inquiry, is it recommended to just be with the emotion and not allow the physical expression of the emotion, like tears?
Cry.
Yeah. Allow the tears.
Cry, wail, beat the earth with your fists. You don't need to make it dramatic. I shouldn't say that you have to do that. But we're always allowing every moment. And our emotions can be the greatest teacher of this. What happens when I just allow worry? I just allow fear. I just allow sadness. I just allow joy. And again, we watch it rise and we watch it fall. And when we can truly face something like sadness and just allow it to do whatever it needs to do, we become less identified. We witness it as awareness. If you feel like you're in the body, okay, but you know yourself as awareness, and you witness sadness move through the body, and you watch how the tears come, and you watch how the body trembles. You watch the mind want to be like, this is because of X, Y, or Z, but you don't follow that. Don't believe that. Don't listen to that. Who cares why sadness is here? We don't need to. Such separation is created when I watch the rain fall and wonder, why is the rain falling now? Why is it falling today? And maybe that's a path in and of itself, but it's much more beautiful to just enjoy the rain falling. And so in the same way, we can perceive our own emotions just like the weather. Watch how the clouds move. Watch how the body gets tight. Watch how the throat chokes up. Watch how fear comes and thinks, oh, this isn't good. But we don't trust that. We don't believe that thought, and we just allow it to move through like a wave. And then we come to a point where we don't have tears anymore. And sadness is just gone. And we don't need to chase after sadness and make it stay. We're just open to the next weather. Maybe it's going to be sunny, maybe it's going to be cloudy, maybe it's going to be windy. Who knows? And in that allowing, more and more we come to affirm ourselves as that which perceives emotions, not the one who's suffering from them.
Sometimes it rains.
Do you want to add more?
No, like the previous question, you can take that sadness and see it for what it is. It's the sadness of it. If we can't stay in that witness, we can see the sadness for what it is. It's the sadness of being separated from our beloved, really, from the divine. So allow those tears to be divinely felt. And there's been so many saints who have cried and cried and cried because of their separation with their beloved, with the divine. So allow this this individual pain, allow it to be transformed into something towards the divine, because it can be. And then they become tears of joy, which are necessary.
Yeah, we could, if we were to flip this question around and say, when emotions arise such as bliss and joy, do I do I try to not allow the physical expression of these? That's kind of a silly question, isn't it? If I'm feeling happy, should I try not to smile? But the mind tells us that sadness is bad, so we think we should try to stop it. Mind tells us that happiness is good, so we think that we should try to make it stay. It's the same thing. We're just constantly trying to make something other than what's here happen. But the freedom is in allowing sadness, in allowing joy, in allowing all of the weather systems. Then the effort ceases, the struggle stops, and we can just be. And each of us is going to have our particular emotion, which is stronger for us than another one. And so we can learn, if for you it's anxiety or anger or sadness, let's say it's sadness. Sadness is the one that always gets you, and you find yourself identifying, and you find yourself thinking about all of the sad things that have ever happened in your life, and so on and so forth. That's okay, that's going to happen. But when those other emotions come that we're less identified with, like anxiety or anger or fear or joy or bliss, then we remember that practice of just witnessing and not identifying with the story, nor the body. And in so moving through other emotions like this, when we come back to sadness again, we're able to be like, what? This isn't any different than all of the other ones that I was just able to allow. And so we start to know ourselves more as the infinite and less as the individual suffering from these things.
Thank you for joining us in our Q&A for today. If you'd like to continue on your path of Tantra and Yoga, be sure to visit the description of this podcast, where you'll find a link to a free Tantra course on mantra meditation, an in-depth Tantra meditation course, as well as our teacher trainings. We have 200, 300, and 500-hour certified Yoga Alliance trainings that blend traditional and contemporary methods so that you can learn and teach authentic yoga in the modern world. We hope to see you at our school. Hari Om.